back, because people tarnishing out the name of Marwa, and they be like, this is it. He thought that hosting the party for 1 month, we knew that he just ran bankrupt.
That's how I think of you. Allow me talk to you. Let me explain myself.
Guys, it's your boy here, and feel so welcomed. It's another day that I just want to let you know everything is happening the way it's happening, because God is working on his respective time. As we always say, that God's time is always the best. I want to thank you. I want to take this opportunity actually to just thank you, and to say a big thank you, because you guys, you've been so overwhelming. I mean, you've been always in my videos, coming and watching my videos, and also sending some sweet comments and also encouragement comments. Actually, you guys, you are so blessed, and I want to say thank you so much, Team Marwa, because you are an amazing people each and every day. And for me, I feel so blessed for having you each and every single day. So guys, without further ado, I just wanna let you know that I have two clarification that I wanna put across, and these two clarification is all about the Villa Merijin. You remember, guys, when I was still at the Villa Merijin, and I've been doing some paints over there. So I want to clarify, starting by where I had done the work and where I left it and how soon I'm going there. So when I got there, I actually started working at the main door, because that was the main crucial part that needed to be worked on. And as usual, we as painters, especially now me, because I was the painter who was there, so I first started doing the undercoat. After that, I did the skimming. After that, the process was just after it, you do the sandpaper. After that, then you do the undercoat. So I did all that. After that, I painted, and even at the lower case, up the lower staircase, I showed you, I did all that parts, and everything seems just to be very much okay, and I also I had some other touch-ups that on the stairs that I went there and also did some touch-up, because we had some cracks here and there, and also some holes. I don't know what was making the holes, but I did the rectification. That's why I say touch-ups. Touch-ups is there when you go to the wall and you feel like maybe just as this wall, you feel it's not well skimmed. It was just painted, it was not skimmed. So touch-ups is where you come with your filler and do some touch-up at that place. So that's what happened when I was there. I walked room to room actually in the villa, and I did a lot in the rooms because I had some water stains, so I had to scrub those water stains over there and also apply the filler at that point. Then I left it just like that. And also to the narrow corridor, when you are at a Christmas room, we have a narrow corridor there heading to the behind door and behind toilets, washrooms that are there. So I did a lot there, some touch up, because we had a very huge crack running from that narrow pathway to this other end of the toilet. So I had to crack it and do some skimming. So everything, it was well done and well prepared, because I was just doing some preparation so that we can do some final paint. And also on the upper staircase, now going up on the wall, just going up on the wall. Yes, as I was saying, on the upper staircase going to the rooftop. So we had some other touches that I really worked on, because a lot of water stains were just coming up upstairs, going downstairs, because on the rooftop we have that rooftop is not well equipped, because it's leaking water from rooftop to the ceilings down there. So that's why you see Marwa had already bought some stones, the terrazzo stones that you always see them out there in the sacks, white sacks. So those stones are the one that are going to be used on the rooftop to do the terrazzo, and that's the work of concept interior and exterior design. So when that is done, there is when we will do some scrubbing, because of those mists and water stains again from the room. Because when I was on the corridor, actually on the stairs heading to that door that gets you to the rooftop, we had a lot of water stains coming on the pillar. You understand about the pillar. I wish we had a pillar somewhere so that I can show you guys, but I know the pillar. Now that pillar had water. It always looks for a narrow way on how it can penetrate to get to the lowest part of it, because water cannot pass on just hard concrete. So it will look for a very narrow way to pass that water, to pass to the lower ceiling. So that's how it has been happening, and that's what happened. So I did all that when I was there, and I also happened to go to Marwa's room, that is bedroom, and we had a lot of those water stains inside. So I had to squeeze the bed to the other side and scrub and do that skim. I skimmed at that part, then I just left it that way, because he told me to left it that way, so that when I will come next, then I will do the sandpaper, and then I apply the paint from that place, because he didn't want for me to take a lot of time inside the room, because of the visitors who were there back then. So that's what I did. Then after that, I finished up, and I went outside. Now on outside we had a garage and what this other room was the studio room. Yes, so the studio room and the garage were just open, like they had no wall. So they constructed a wall at that point to those two rooms. They constructed the wall. So after constructing the wall, I waited for them to dry up, so that I can do the painting. So by the time they dried up, because I gave it like 2 weeks to dry up, fresh walls need time and good watering, so that it can dry up well without cracking. So I waited a little bit for that time to make the wall dry up. So after the wall had dried up, and I went there with my scrubber, sandpaper, and I did some preparation, because when you want to paint somewhere, you first need to scrub. You make the wall smooth to avoid those small particles, because when you paint the wall with those stains of particles from cements, the wall definitely look pathetic and very bad. It will seem like you ain't professional enough to do the job. So you have to do that preparation first for you to paint the wall. So I did that. I painted outside, and I showed you guys. You saw I painted those two walls. Then at that time also they had done drainage. They had done a runway drainage. and you saw strongman doing the runways drainage. So from the time they were digging that drainage, we had some splashes of dirty particles from that runway. So they were splashing on the wall all around the villa. So I had to scrub again all around and do the painting. So I painted the wall villa before Christmas. Yes. So after that, I did the 2 rooms at the gate. Now you see the gate, we are having 2 gates, the in and out gate. So in between here, in between the gates, we have 2 rooms, the lower room and the upper room. So I went there also, and I did the preparation, and I painted the undercoat. So those 2 rooms, they only have undercoat. So after that, we agreed with Marwa that I'll be going back to do the paint. Now this is the second clarification that I'm clarifying, because I know you guys have been wondering, I'm Marwa painter now, we are not even seeing him back to the village to do some finish up to the villa, and what will happen when Marwa travels? What will happen when Marwa travels? Will he still do the work? Will he go and finish up what he was doing? Now this is what I want to clarify about that, because to every step that you make, you must step it well, and being focused about it, because that's one thing that you started. And they say when you start something and you know there's something that it's making change to every people's life, then don't stop it. And I want to clarify that I'm not stopping it, or some people have been just saying, or he just ran away. We have a lot of people some people, they always talk, and they see that maybe when you are not at the village, and maybe most of the time Marwa says that his house is 79% done. It's not complete. Yes, and you guys, that. So when you see workers is there, and you feel like maybe these guys ran away, maybe, and others have been just speculating that, oh, maybe that guy was not paid, maybe he was just doing charity work. Some people will always be people, and talking about that, it's what makes us to grow. And again, for me, I will not go against someone who talks shit about me or shit about Marwa. And for me, I just want to say that I will go back when times comes, because that's one thing that we talked about with the boss Marwa when I was still at the villa, and we happened to talk much more about it, because I had to go back and do some scheming at those now 2 rooms, the studio room and the gym room, because inside the studio room and the gym room, those 2 walls inside, they had been done nothing, total nothing, because we need to paint there the undercoat, then do some scheming there. And for the house to be complete, I need to do all those things so that the house can be complete, and the villa cannot be complete when I'm not there. So it doesn't matter if the travel commando Marwa himself will go away, like maybe for a couple of months, and then he comes back. Marwa is an organized person, and everything he does it in a manner that he knows how and when to run them, because you cannot just wake up and do this and do that when you haven't planned for it. So Marwa is a man who plans for everything, because even you people, when you want to do something and you feel that you want to start with this and that so that you can make the completion look better, you need to plan about it. You don't just wake up and start doing it. So Marwa is like that. He plans for everything. So the plans of 2024, he had planned that he's going to finish up the the whole construction at the villa. In fact, yes, it was on this January. He was to finish up all construction this January, but he did not do that. And you people were wondering why, because he used to say we are taking only 1 month to do some construction. After the party, Marwa had to have his time also to relax and to plan for his work, and also to departure to start traveling all part of the country. And you just heard that he's going to travel all over the Africa before he goes out of the Africa. So he strategized on that, and he planned everything, and he had bought everything actually. So he just need time to sit down and do that, because I'm not the only one who needs to go back, because we have those guys who are doing installation, solar installation. That's Wahiga the Great and the brother. So they had also to go back and do some installation, but again they cannot go back to do that because they have not already done the terrazzo at the rooftop. So they have to do the terrazzo again at the rooftop. Before that, nothing can be happened, because you cannot go and paint the final paint when the rooftop is not done, because we're having a lot of water leak penetration from the rooftop. At the rooftop, when it just rains, so we have those loopholes. I cannot say loopholes because you don't have any loopholes, but we have those small penetration of water that's coming from the rooftop to the ceiling. So they need to do the terrazzo. After terrazzo, there is when now Wahigwa the Great, those guys who are doing solar installation, they can go and do some solar installation at the upper roof. Then about strongman can just go anytime, even from now, because he needs just to fix those water and also the pump. You heard of the pump installation, that guy who went there at the midnight to steal. Imagine someone just go, and at this place you've been working there, you've been people have been paying you, Mara has been doing some good payment, and you happen just to wake up one day and go and steal from him. This is so ridiculous, guys, because this guy have been with him hand to hand, and by the time he claimed that his phone had been stolen, actually I was just working adjacent from where he was, and the guy really claimed that my phone has stolen, because now he took advantage of the party, because the party was still on. Now Maro will just go and sympathize with him and maybe buy him another phone to just avoid those cries from the visitors, to avoid the shame maybe from the visitors. But now who is Marwa? Because Marwa is so much intelligent. He went and asked the guy, truly, do you mean that your phone has been stolen? And which phone were you using? The guy was just, I was using a smartphone, when truly he did not even have any smartphone with him. He was just having a small phone, Katululu, and someone claims. And by that time, so I happened to ask the guy, that's Brian, if you're claiming that your phone has been stolen and you're using a smartphone, now bring the email. I want to relocate where your phone is. I want to search it. I want to track. That is, if that's the good term, I want to track your phone. Please give me your email. Now the guy started telling me the email is not with me, it's with another person. Now I wondered, like, how can you use a phone, and this phone you are claiming it's yours? You must have an email for it to at least work properly. Then again, you are claiming that the one who has the email is not you but another person. That's the question mark. I told that guy, my friend, were joking, because if truly you had a phone, then you couldn't be saying this. So just keep off and just forget that anything you're trying to plan, that your phone has lost. Now you want to be sympathized, you want Maro to buy another phone, or people should just collect money and buy you a phone. That one, just forget. So, and that was it. But again, now you see, indeed this guy was a really schemer, because he was working at the same time he looks at what he can steal. And so many things got lost at the compound, not knowing that this was the guy who was carrying them. And also, the guy was a right-hand man to the previous painter, the painter who claimed that he just walked up one day and claimed that Maro should pay him 75,000 Kenyan shillings. Imagine. And you've worked where? Maro asked him, where did you work for me to give you this money? 1 week you claim to be paid 75,000. That was so ridiculous. And that was then, and that was the end of the story with him and Maro. That is when I took over as the main painter from that particular period of time. And I worked very well, and Maro liked my work really good. So he told me to keep working and keep doing everything that is supposed to be done at a very good manner, because he needed his house to look as good as he wishes it to be. And each time he could tell me, Mura, anything you need, just ask. So on the going back and finishing up the whole process of painting, because the villa needs to be done painted, so we talked with Marwa, and he told me that going out, he need to work on 1, 2, 3 things. That is buying the terrazzo, and he did. And also they had to start the terrazzo, but 1, 2, 3 things were missing, and by then he didn't have something good to. He didn't have something in the pocket to buy up those stuffs, because they are so expensive. So Marwa told me that in fact I should be the last person to go to the village to finish up the paint, because we'll be having a strongman, and strongman, by the time he fixes those pipes inside the rooms, maybe he needs to cut this place and to fix it, and imagine cutting the place and I have already painted there. So it seems that it's something that is not adding up. So he said, so these guys will do the terrazzo first. After doing the terrazzo, then after strongman has fixed everything, then I should just go back and finish up the paint, because he has all plans, and I has the engineer on board, and engineer can supervise each one of us at that particular time. Because also before that before that I'm supposed just to go back. I'm supposed to go back anytime soon, after he had just left, or maybe before he left, because he needs to go back. He needs to start traveling anytime starting from February. So on February, maybe all February, I should travel back, or this month. But again, I will need to hear from him and see what is his plan, because he needs also to plan, and he's really working hard to construct the house for Alex. So you see, Mara is a very busy guy, a very busy person who needs a lot of time to make things work out. So that it is, guys. I will not take much time because I needed just to clarify on 2 things, and I've just clarified it, and now right now you know exactly what I'm really doing and what's supposed to be done. So anytime you just see me to Nyabohanse, and you'll see me working, maybe this soon or after the travel commando has traveled around and has come back according to his plans. There is when we will know exactly what time are we going back to do the work, because things had to be planned first. For you to start working, things had to be planned first for things to be very much okay. So I want to just say people should stay calm, especially to those haters who are thinking maybe every project has just turned still, maybe Marwa has gone bankrupt. I had someone, just imagine someone coming to my inbox and commenting, I see Marwa has just gone bankrupt and his project had stand still. He's only dealing with fish, and fish, you see fish, they all every day they die. And I was like, seriously. I did not even want to to answer back or to tarnish back, because people stanishing out the name of Marwa, and they be like, this is it. He thought that hosting the party for 1 month, we knew that he just ran bankrupt by that time. When people will always be people, guys. And for me, I'm just standing with my words that Marwa is a strong man, and he has his plans, and he knows what he is doing and at what time, because everything he always plans it. And very soon, I'm saying this, very soon you will see all projects continuing, because he needed to have the breath also to rest, because he worked the whole of that month without resting, and those things facilitated him to fall sick because he did not have enough time to rest. But right now he has composed himself and he has planned everything, and you'll soon see us going back to Nyabohanse and finishing up whatever we started, and we'll say good to go, because that's one of the amazing thing. So good people, thank you so much for coming through and watching up my video. Thank you so much. I guess you've understood these 2 clarification of mine, and what has been happening and what is supposed to be done at that given time. And I just want to say thank you always for coming along and supporting me and watching my video. Team Marwa, I want to say together we stand strong, and together we can go far. So thank you very much for always giving some good vibes and always commenting to my videos, some sweet comments and encouragements. Also, I want to say God above all, everything is just superb. Thank you so much people, thank you very much, because I know together we can do even better. Thank you so much. And I had just promised that before I could go to Nyabohanse, I'll be doing some travel content just across Africa, Kenya, before I gain a lot of maybe influence and also some money, because we need money to travel around. And right now I'm like this, the way you see me, but things will get better, and I will walk around and do some good vlogs. But again, I just want to say thank you so much. Thank you for coming through. Thank you for watching. I want to say bye bye. God bless you abundantly.